We'll go ahead then. And welcome everyone. Good evening. I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter weekend. Thank you very much for spending some time with us this evening. It's my great pleasure to introduce you to our AM Resort event this evening, Travel Talk Tuesdays, which our special guest tonight is Carlo Trinidad from AM Resorts. And I am a huge fan of AM Resorts. I can tell you I've been to a few Dreams, and now I haven't had the pleasure of Soatry and Paraiso yet, but I look forward to going to one of them one day soon. I am here as a representative of Expedia Cruises, which you can see our lovely logo right behind me. And we are representing numerous locations. So we actually have the you've been invited tonight by some of all the different stores like Sydney and Victoria and West Shore, all on the island. And there's a Comox store as well. Some of you may have been invited by then. And then back on the mainland, we've got North Vancouver and West Vancouver and Burnaby. And myself, I'm in Kerrisdale. And we have a store up in Kelowna. So all of you have been invited by one of our stores around the lower mainland, the island, or up in the Okanagan. So we thank you for spending time with us. And I hope you're going to enjoy this. I know it's really hard for us right now, all of us being locked down. And we were just talking about that together before you joined us. And this feeling of being locked down in Canada and we can't go anywhere yet. But we know our time is coming. We know vaccines are getting into arms, and we know very soon we're all going to be able to go somewhere. In the meantime, it is wonderful to dream, to see these beautiful backdrops that both Carlo and Arif and I have got behind them that can give us the pleasure of being there without being there, and give us the opportunity to really dream about our future. And I know that many of you have booked with us and you've come to know us as cruising experts. We are experts in all cruises, but we're all experts in land vacations. I mean, we are a full service, there we go. We are a full service agency. And when you have a full service agency like us, we can do everything. We can do your cruising, we can do your flights and hotels, but we can also send you to one of these amazing properties that AM Resorts has to offer. And I hope that you'll think about us the next time you're thinking about a land vacation. I do believe we're going to be able to get out probably sooner than later with land vacation. So I think that that's going to be an opportunity for us before we're going to be able to see the oceans and rivers. But you never know. We're just going to keep our fingers crossed on all of it and hope that by fall, when everyone's got their double vaccine, we're all going to get out there and be free again to see the world. Now, I can see you, Lauren. I can't see Carlos, so I'm just hoping he can. I'm going to see if I can change that. Sorry. Forgive me, folks. I'm just technologically a little bit challenged here, but I think we've got it. And with that, I am going to ask Carlo to take it away. So Carlo Trinidad from AM Resorts, please show us the magic of your properties.
Thank you so much, Christine. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you for joining us. Thank you to the team at Expedia Cruises, fantastic partners to AM Resorts. And if only for a little moment, I can inspire you and entice you to dream of these fantastic destinations. My intention is to connect with you, and this is going to go fairly fast. There's going to be a lot of information, but for the most part, we are going to talk about Puerto Vallarta and Cancun Riviera Maya. These are destinations from Western Canada that is a staple. They're not going to go anywhere, even though we know that eventually flights are going to kick up, and there's some question marks on, is Dominican Republic going to come back? Is Jamaica going to come back? We know that Cancun, Riviera Maya, and Puerto Vallarta are destinations that are very well supported by Western Canadians. Thank you to you, and hope I can take you on this journey to be able to entice you and have you dream on going on your vacations fairly soon. So I just want to give you a little bit of background on AM Resorts. We're almost 20 years old. We started in 2001. We're a leisure resort brand management company. We're operating in 8 countries and 27 destinations, primarily in the Americas. We've ventured over to Europe a year ago. But for the most part, we are going to center this presentation on the Americas and specifically Mexico. We've got a portfolio of 8 brands, 70 plus properties, from 2001 with 1 property. Fast forward to 20 years later, we are certainly one of the fastest growing all-inclusive resort companies in the market. And we're continuously innovating our properties, our brands, raising the level to a new luxury. a new level of luxury for all-inclusive enjoyment. Now, with our 55 resorts in the Americas, we offer something for everybody. And we back that up because, our properties are award-winning, certainly have received awards and accolades within the travel industry and our travel media partners. So rest assured that you are getting quality and backed by, a lot of the awards that we have received. Now, this has been on everybody's minds lately when it comes to safety and hygiene protocols. Now, prior to the pandemic, pre-pandemic, AMResorts was a company that was already had a program in place for safety and hygiene. And the pandemic, pushed us to a level of safety in which we really had to drill down into every component of our guest experience, from their arrival to the room cleaning procedures, sanitation throughout the resorts, all of our amenities and facilities, especially for the children, our food and beverage offering, and our departure process. Now, apart from that, our staff who also come in and out of the property, they also had to follow our strict protocols that we had put into place, which is backed by Crystal International Standards. You see that on the bottom right. It is one of the industry's highest level certification programs for best-in-class practices for quality and safety. Additionally, our program also received the stamp of approval from Safe Travels, which is a program designed and implemented by the World Travel and Tourism Council. So just know you're coming into AMResorts. We really have looked after all components of your stay when it comes to the safety and the hygiene. Now, we are still living in pandemic phases, certainly up here in Canada and also in the destinations that we're present in. And, there are times right now where, yes, certain destinations do have restricted capacities. There are no destinations at this time that is allowing resorts to sell at 100% occupancy, at least not in the destinations that were present, okay? The biggest question that I get, are masks mandatory? At this time, destinations, the local governments have put into place mandates in which masks will be mandatory at indoor spaces at the resorts. Now, we know this is not going to be a forever deal, right? We know eventually the pandemic and the virus will be eradicated and we will go back to quote unquote normal. But I know even when we go back to normal, a lot of the safety and hygiene protocols that we've put into place will be here to stay. Okay. Think about September 11 and 9/11 and how that changed the way we traveled. And I think a lot of us suppliers, whether it be airline or ground handlers and tour operators, and definitely the hotels and resorts, a lot of these protocols will be here to stay because it's really just, it's best practices. So why remove it? And I'm pretty sure it's going to be there to stay. Okay. So we're always going to communicate with your Expedia Cruises advisor, your travel agent, when it comes to, because everything is fluid right now. Everything's changing every day. It goes up, it goes down, just like here, right? But we always communicate to your travel agent and to give them the most recent information that's what's happening in the destinations. Now, this is a snapshot of where all our 55 resorts are located. And you will notice that Mexico is the highest concentration of properties, because if truth be told, Mexico is the #1 destination for Canadians traveling into all-inclusive destinations. Now, within Mexico, Cancun Riviera Maya is our highest concentration of properties, where we have 22 resorts. And I don't think there's any other hotel chain in that destination that has that many properties in a destination. Now, expanding over to the Caribbean, we also have Dominican Republic, Jamaica, St. Martin, Curacao. In Central America, we have Costa Rica and Panama. And so, yeah, so AMResorts is one of those companies that is tried and true. We certainly have quite a bit of following, and we love our partnership with our tour operators and travel agents in Canada. Now, what do our guests love about our properties? When you're selecting an all-inclusive resorts, Not every one of them are created equal, okay? And certainly there are many resort chains and they are good in their own respect. But these are the reasons why our guests love our properties. We are the perfect size resorts with non-cookie cutter aesthetics in ideal beachfront settings, the most popular vacation destinations. And the perfect size, I mean that where we will never be a 3,000, 4,000 room complex. And that's one of those components that people don't think about, because the larger the resort, a lot of people think I get more for my money if I'm staying at a larger property. Not always the case, because when you're staying in a large resort and you need a shuttle to get around the property, that's actually time away from your vacation. Our average resort size is 450 to 500 rooms. That is our sweet spot. That is a property that is large enough to offer multiple amenities and multiple services, but yet everything is accessible, everything is walkable, and you know, it's luxury at its finest. As far as our dining offers are concerned, another component to consider, where all our a la carte restaurants are gourmet dining without reservations and restrictions. There are still some resort companies out there who will restrict the amount of a la cartes you will get for a 1-week stay. And they will require you to make reservations for those evenings that you're going to go for dinner. And again, when you're thinking of, you know, maximizing your vacation time, the last thing you want to do is have to get up earlier in the morning or line up for about 30 minutes or an hour and spend another hour with somebody who's going to make that reservation for you. Time away from your vacation. So we have looked after all of those details. No wristbands, okay? This is a great feature. A lot of people think, oh, well, wristbands, well, those pesky little wristbands, not only does it create tan lines on your wrist, but when you leave the property and explore a destination or go to town, the last thing you want to do is to be pegged as a tourist, right? Because we are also present in destinations like Vallarta, where there's a big snowbird community and a big expat community, where, you know, you go to town and you blend in like one of the locals, okay? We've also taken care of a lot of attention to detail. We're focused on service and quality and the ultimate guest experience. When it comes to Wi-Fi is included at all of our properties. When it comes to pool, even down to the pool towel card, you see the pool chairs over here with the towels. Right when you arrive in the morning at the pool area or at the beach, towels will be there. We don't give or assign towel cards to our guests. All of our resorts have towel stations where you can freely help yourself to a towel. You don't need to worry about losing a towel card, because some properties, when you lose a towel card, they'll charge you at a minimum 25 US dollars. So again, we've taken care of all those details. Now, this is a slide pretty much that shows you the hierarchy of the various AMResorts brands that are within our portfolio. And I'll just give you a summary of them. Zoetree Wellness and Spa Resorts is our top level brand. If you have traveled on a river cruise and are wanting to do a land stay, this will probably be the resort for you, because these are luxury boutique resorts. We call it endless privileges in the all-inclusive concept, because we've taken all-inclusive and added so many components to it. That's why we call it endless privileges, okay? These are luxury boutique resorts, less than 100 rooms. And this is not the modern glitzy glam. When you're staying at a Zoetree property, it's really about the level of authenticity where the property is located. So the Zoetree in Punta Cana really feels like very Dominican. The Zoetree in the Mayan Riviera feels very Mexican. So it's really that luxury level of authenticity. We also have 2 brands that are dedicated to adults only. And when we say adults only, it's 18 plus years. Secrets is perfect for couples and honeymooners and groups of friends who really just want to have a nice blend of activity and relax. Luxurious surroundings, but the perfect harmony of activity and relax. Whereas Breathless Resorts is our adult-only brand that it's more focused on energy, on vibe, on modernity, on trend. You know, I call it the real social network, because before the day of, you know, the cell phones where everybody's on, you know, on their own gadgets, before that age, people went to the resort and met other people and really engaged themselves with with, the property and the guests, and really having that true all-inclusive fun experience on a luxury level. Then we have two family brands with Dreams and Now. Think of Dreams as the family version of Secrets, where again, perfect for families with younger children, perfect blend of activity and relax. Whereas Now Resorts is a little bit more active. Now Resorts is for families who are multi-generational travelers, from grandpa to grandkids and everybody in between. There's always something going on at a Now property. It's clients who are looking to be fully engaged with activities and entertainment at a family resort, again, in a luxury level. Then we have our entry-level brand, which is called Sunscape. Now, Sunscape is competing in the intermediate all-inclusive world. They're all in the 4-star level, whereas everything else is 5-star. Sunscape plays in the 4-star sandbox, if you will. If you're a price-value client, if you're budget conscious without having to want to stay at a budget resort, Sunscape will be the brand for you. Again, a lot of those components are in there with no wristbands, no reservations with the a la carte, and unlimited a la carte dining. But again, it's a little bit more down to earth as far as the aesthetics of the property, and again, 4-star. Now, we also have some club level product. Now, if you're a traveler that chooses to only travel with airlines that have business class or premium seats or elite seats, or the cabin in front of the aircraft, you might as well also want to consider extending that experience onto your vacation, where you want to have that level of exclusivity, where if you stay at a club level product at Secrets, Dreams, and Now, it's called Preferred Club. And at Breathless, we call it Exhale Club, just a different name, but the component is exactly the same. You're getting upgraded rooms and suites in preferential locations at the resort. You're getting upgraded amenities in the room. You have access to a private lounge, such as this one. You have in that lounge with seat treats and savory treats, fine liquor, upgraded mini bar in your room. Daily continental breakfast is served at the lounge. And some properties with the club level product also may have exclusive restaurants and exclusive pools only for guests booking the club product. Now we're going to get into destination. I'm going to take you to Puerto Vallarta. Let's hop on that plane and let's get to Puerto Vallarta. So this is the destination. For those of you very familiar, and again, Puerto Vallarta very well supported by Canadians. So as you know, Puerto Vallarta is almost divided into regions because the area is in fact divided into 2 states. Puerto Vallarta is in the state of Jalisco, and then you have Nueva Vallarta and the Punta Mita, Playa Mita area in the state of Nayarit. We have currently 4 properties in the destination. 2 I'm going to showcase to you in the interest of time. And then the other 2 are, one of them is Sunscape Puerto Vallarta. Again, Sunscape, which is my price value brand, located right in the heart of the hotel zone, right here. And the airport is right in the middle. And then you have Nueva Vallarta just north of that, where we have a family resort there, Dreams Villa Magna. And then these 2 properties towards Punta Mita, this is a brand new construction. I don't have any photos just yet because it's still under construction. It is opening this summer. Brand new property called Secrets Bahia Mita and Dreams Bahia Mita Surf and Spa Resort. So they're going to be 2 properties side by side. One side of the property is going to be the family resort, and the other side of the property will be the adults only resort. Now, in the destination, the most popular activities, if you've never been to Vallarta, the must is, of course, the Puerto Vallarta City Tour. And another, popular excursion is a jungle tour, where it takes you through the Sierra Madre Mountains, and it gives you a little bit more of that authentic experience in the beauty of the jungle. One other very popular excursion is the hidden beach at Mariatas Island. And Mariatas Island are these islands just off of the coast. And in there, within the island, carved within the island, is a beautiful hidden beach. If you ever had the chance to Google it, just Google Mariatas Island and you'll see it. It's quite amazing. Must dine restaurant when you're going downtown. These are just some suggestions that I'm offering for a level of authentic. La Iguana restaurant at Casa Kimberly. It's located downtown Puerto Vallarta. which is the romantic zone, where the Malecon is also located. Casa Kimberly was in fact used to be Elizabeth Taylor's home, and it became a small luxury boutique hotel, if you will. There's only 9 rooms, but the restaurant at that property called La Iguana is a must. It's fine dining. Yes, if you would like to splurge, but the views from up there and the fact that you're, dining in somebody's former mansion, I mean, it's amazing. Must see authentic towns. Like there's Bucerías and Sayulita. Bucerías is right here, just north of Nueva Vallarta. In fact, this is a lot of Canadian residential community in Bucerías, a lot of expats, a lot of snowbirds. And if you don't want the hustle and bustle of downtown Puerto Vallarta, and you want a little bit more of that authentic Mexican feel, go to Bucerías. And then the other one is Sayulita, which is just past Punta Mita. Sayulita is literally your quintessential Mexican town. It's absolutely incredible. Unspoiled Beach, Yelapa. You have to go to Yelapa. Yelapa is only accessible by boat. I do recommend that as part of an excursion. You can book excursions through, again, your travel agent and through the tour operator, or you can also book it while you're at the resort, where your tour operator destination representatives can offer you the choices of excursions and destination. But if you have the ability to go to Yelapa, Unspoiled Beach, it's like a little fishing village. In fact, just a fun fact, there's somebody on the beach, I can't remember her name, but she makes her own coconut pie. You got to buy it. You got to have it. You got to take it because it is incredible. Okay. Now, I want to showcase to you our star properties right on the Puerto Vallarta Hotel Zone. So these are 2 properties in one. Okay, this is Secrets Vallarta Bay, which is the adult-only side of the property, and Now Amber in Puerto Vallarta, side by side. Now, in the middle, there's a clear separation, as you see there, right there. So Secrets clients have full access to Now Amber, where you can enjoy the amenities and facilities of the entire property. And then Now Amber only have access to their section, to their half, if you will. This property is a mere 5-minute taxi ride or bus ride. There's the local public buses that's on the main road, and you can take the public bus, getting down to Puerto Vallarta and the Malecon. But it's also walking distance to shopping because the property is in the hotel zone, so you can walk out of this property and there's lots of opportunities for local shops and boutiques and souvenir shopping and local restaurants, and everything's in that area. And in fact, you can also walk from this resort to downtown, should you choose to. I've done that a few times already. From the property to the entrance of downtown is about a 10-minute walk. And then from the entrance of downtown to the Malecon is about another 15 minutes. Nice leisurely walk. You can, as soon as you enter downtown, again, you're passing through local shops, you're passing through local businesses, and it's just really much more authentic to feel amongst the locals, okay? This property, just for room total, the Secret side is less than 300 rooms, and the Now Amber side is just over 300 rooms. And again, that perfect formula of 500-ish plus property. AAA 4 diamond rating for both properties. This is the lobby at Secrets Vallarta Bay. And let me tell you, when you're in that lobby, this is where the angels sing, because the views are spectacular. And Puerto Vallarta, of course, is very well known for its sunsets, the most spectacular sunsets you will ever see. These are the rooms, very well appointed, very luxurious. And in fact, the rooms at Now Amber are exactly the same setup. The decor is different though, because we want to make it, kind of give it its own identity and its own personality. And the rooms at Secrets Vallarta Bay, because it is an adult-only resort, will have a higher concentration of king-bedded rooms, whereas the family resort Now Amber will have a higher concentration of 2-bedded rooms. This is the main pool area. Again, very serene, very tranquil, beautiful views. And then this is one of my favorite restaurants at Secrets Vallarta Bay. It's Oceana Seafood Specialties. Again, gourmet a la carte dining. So at Secrets Resorts, you have a total of 5 dining options, 5 bars and lounges, but we also have that 24-hour room service included. And we also have a 24-hour dining outlet which is called Coco Cafe. So late night bites, if you get the munchies at 2 or 3 in the morning, you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm a little bit hungry, you can go to Coco Cafe or order room service. Now I put asterisk on there because right now, as I mentioned, we are still living through pandemic times, and the local government restrictions mandate us to have all food and beverage services end at midnight. Okay, but again, this is just today, right? But we know for sure it's not going to be forever. Okay, and then on the Now Amber side, we have the 7 dining options. So again, when you're a client staying at Secrets Vallarta Bay, you have your 5 dining options plus another 7. And then at Now Amber, there's also an additional 5 bars and lounges, and also the 24-hour room service and dining outlet. This is now, we're going to take you over to the other side. It's a mirror of the other one. The mirror of Secrets Vallarta Bay is Now Amber, but now we're on the family side. The decor, you know, I don't know if you even noticed it. The furnishings are slightly different, but again, the views are the same. It's quite spectacular. The rooms, again, laid out very similar, but the color scheme is a little bit more earth tones. This is, again, the Junior Suite Ocean View, taking advantage of those amazing, amazing views. Now, because it's also the family side of the resort, we want to make sure the kids and the teens are entertained. So we have the kids club, plus we also have a teen club. So for teenagers ages 13 to 17, they can hang out with other teenagers of their own age. It's a very large teen club. You see the foosball there, you see air hockey, you see pool tables, you see some video gaming console, so they can just hang out and stay out of trouble, right? And then with the kids facilities, of course, we also have the kids club, an indoor kids club, plus just outside the kids club, there's a rock climbing wall. And then because it is a family resort, there's a small water slide at the Now Amber pool area. It's not a large water slide, but you may be sliding for 5 seconds and you're in the water. But at least kids love that extra added water amenity for some family fun. Now I'm going to take you over to Cancun. Now we're going to go from the Pacific side to the Caribbean side. And now this is, as I mentioned to you, we have 22 properties in the Caribbean, in Cancun, Riviera Maya, okay? Now this region, I'm just gonna move there we go. So this region is pretty spread out, right? Northernmost area of Playa Mujeres, all the way down to Riviera Maya to Tulum, it's over 150 kilometers. Now, in that stretch of, in that region, there are districts, if you will, there are pockets, if you will, where one area will feel slightly different than the other. And such is true in the case with Cancun Riviera Maya. So we have 7 properties north of the airport. So we have 4 properties right in the Cancun hotel zone. Again, adults only or family. We have the Zoetry Villa Rolandi right on Isla Mujeres. And in the exclusive gated community of Playa Mujeres up on the north, we have 2 properties side by side, which you will see photos of. Now, why would you stay at, you know, the hotel zone? People know when you're staying at the Cancun hotel zone, you want a little bit of a vibrant atmosphere, the most stunning stretch of beach right on the Cancun hotel zone. It's an uninterrupted stretch of beach and you can walk for miles. I can even tell you how long it takes to walk from Punta Nizuc all the way to Punta Cancun, which is the point. The hotel zone is shaped like a 7, and Punta Cancun is the elbow of the 7. And there's a new district towards downtown called Puerto Cancun. It's a new district that's been revitalized and done for, because Puerto Cancun has got a lot of residential condos, beautiful high-rise luxury condos, and Dreams Vista Cancun is located in a gated community right at Puerto Cancun. And as I mentioned, if you want a little bit more serenity away from the hustle and bustle of the Cancun hotel zone, go over to Playa Mujeres. And let me tell you, the beaches at Playa Mujeres is unspoiled. You will see it in the photos later. And when you go to Zoetry Villa Rolandi, you want to go there because Villa Rolandi gives you that atmosphere of authenticity. It's almost like it's non-touristic. It's very relaxed. It's not as commercial as Cozumel, and it's absolutely stunning. Okay. And in fact, when you're staying at Zoetry Villa Rolandi, your transfer from Cancun Airport through your tour operator is included to go to Dreams Vista Cancun. And the Dreams Vista Cancun has a pier where the properties, where Zoetry's private yacht will pick you up from the pier and take you to the property. And that yacht transfer is included round trip. So the most popular activities when you're going to Cancun, Riviera Maya, of course, are the archaeological sites, are the ruins, of course, the famous Chichen Itza, Coba, and Tulum. But if you want to go to an archaeological site that doesn't have the crowds, there's a small archaeological site, in fact, right about here, between downtown Cancun and Playa Mujeres, is a little archaeological site called El Meco. Perfect for just a short stroll, maybe more an hour, maybe at the most, where you can take some photos. And then Must Dine restaurant in the area, right at downtown, right about here in this area is a beautiful restaurant called El Rincón de los Antojos. This is a restaurant that is owned and operated by 3 generations of ladies who have created their own recipes. And this is an institution for the locals. They go here, they enjoy very authentic food, casual, certainly not finding by any means, but definitely it's a great chance for you to taste their chile relleno. Love chile relleno. Must do activity. Just if you're choosing a property on the mainland, there are ferry terminals within the Cancun hotel zone or around Puerto Cancun. You can take the public ferry and go to Isla Mujeres. You can rent a golf cart for the day and really just explore the island. That is a must-do activity. Doesn't cost very much, public ferry and a public golf cart. Or you can take an excursion, but why do that when you can do it on your own time? The best unspoiled beach in the region is in fact north of Playa Mujeres in a region called Costa Mujeres. And at the end of Costa Mujeres is a beautiful beach called Isla Blanca. Isla Blanca, they call it an island, but it's an island only at low tide when the sandbar is exposed. But at the high tide, you can actually, that's where a lot of the locals go, because we know when they started to develop Costa Mujeres, it pushed the locals to go to even a better beach, which is Isla Blanca. And I am going to go to the next slide. Here we go. Now, this is Zoetry Villa Rolandi. This is our smallest resort at 35 rooms. Remember I said Zoetry's luxury boutique. There's the property's private yacht, which takes you to the resort directly. When you arrive at Zoetry, it has that villa feel. It almost looks like Italian villa-ish. This is the lobby that greets you with authentic, like the brick ceilings. There's only 2 restaurants on site. These are, by the way, the rooms. These are the junior suites, whether it's an oceanfront with veranda or an ocean view with a balcony. This is one of 2 restaurants on site, Casa Rolandi. And let me tell you, again, a local institution. Before this property became an all-inclusive, this was very well visited by the locals. And in fact, they still invite the locals to come and dine here, but they limit the amount of locals that could come in every night because we give a priority to our guests staying at the resort. Now, these are 2 properties that are also side by side in Playa Mujeres. Secrets and Dreams Playa Mujeres, but look at that beach. That beach, that doesn't even do it justice on how wide and how beautiful it is. It's virgin beach. It's very raw because you see these low-lying mangroves. It has to stay there. Number 1, it keeps the natural beauty of the coastline. And number 2, mangroves and low-lying shrubs on the beach prevents erosion. Okay. Secrets property is the adult only, and Dreams is the family resort. You're located in exclusive gated community. Golf course is right there. Clients staying at Secrets have full access to Dreams. Plus, the adult clients at Dreams can go over to Secrets, but definitely true adult only on this side. We don't allow children on the Secret side. Okay. They also have an unlimited golf package. Splash Park and Water Park is on site, which is right here, right almost in the middle of the property. Those water slides are perfect for kids and adults. And there's also at Secrets, there's a bird sanctuary in this area, this greenery area here. We had to maintain that area. We can't build on that area because it is protected. There is a bird sanctuary with 2 viewing towers right in this area. Only 424 suites on the Secret side and 500 suites on the Dream side. This is the lobby that greets you at Secrets Playa Mujeres. Again, it has a lot of natural element to it. You know, it's that perfect blend of modern and tradition. These are the rooms. All the rooms look like this. The only thing that changes is the view. And also whether you're a preferred club or a non-preferred club. So if you're staying in the lead room category, which is the Deluxe Junior Suite Garden View, it's exactly the same room. The only thing that changes is the view. One of my favorite restaurants there is Bordeaux, which is the French cuisine, located right at the Secrets section. So the Secrets Playa Mujeres has 9 dining options, 7 restaurants and bars. So of course, the larger the property, the more restaurants and dining options. And again, 24-hour room service is included and a 24-hour dining outlet. Plus, over in the family section, there's another 10 restaurants that a Secrets client can go to, and another 13 bars and restaurants. This is the main pool at Secrets Playa Mujeres. It looks big, but it's really not that big. From this spot at the edge of the pool to get to the beach, 2-minute walk tops, not even. Now I'm going to take you over south of Cancun Airport, where you notice the first map, the Cancun Airport was down at the bottom. Now here is the Cancun Airport at the top of the map, because the map continues on down to Riviera Maya. Okay. Now Riviera Maya has been kind of split up, if you will, commercially. The first stretch between Cancun Airport and Playa del Carmen has been given the name Riviera Cancun instead of Riviera Maya. Okay, just for commercialization purposes, just so you know that when you're staying in a Riviera Cancun, you're closer to Cancun Airport, and then when you're staying in Riviera Maya, you're closer to Playa del Carmen up north. And again, most popular activities are the ruins. Also, there are some local attractions, natural attractions called Xcaret, Xel-Ha, and Explore. These are very well visited by the tourists. Amazing experiences. Must dine authentic restaurants in Puerto Morelos, in the small town of Puerto Morelos, between Cancun and Playa del Carmen. If you don't want the hustle and bustle of Playa del Carmen, because Playa del Carmen has grown into the city, but if you want to visit a quaint little Mexican town, go to Puerto Morelos. Boquinete is a fantastic restaurant on the beach, which serves amazing ceviches. And then Achiote in Playa del Carmen, if you want more of that modern Mexican cuisine, again, not fine dining, but nouveau, if you will. It could be casual, could be semi-formal, kind of something in between that, not overly pricey. But you know, these are the chef is really creating new fusion of Mayan Mexican with other authentic flavors. I mean, it's incredible. Must do activities. Go to the ferry in Playa del Carmen. Take the ferry across to Cozumel. You can either rent a moped or a buggy for the day and explore the island. San Gervasio is a ruin, an archaeological site on Cozumel, and Isla Pasión, which is on the north coast. If you want to see some stunning beaches, I mean, Isla Pasión is, it's incredible. Google it, you'll see some photos of Isla Pasión. It's incredible. And there's actually a photo of San Gervasio that I put on the slide right here. The best beach on the region is Maroma Beach. Now, remember I said to you, not all resorts are created equal, but also on this 150-kilometer stretch, not all beaches are created equal. And I always get that question, what is the best beach in the Mayan Riviera? I say Maroma Beach. Maroma Beach is always listed by multiple travel media, travel magazines, always listed as one of Caribbean's best beaches. It's not a very long stretch of beach. It's less than a couple of kilometers, but let me tell you, that beach is jaw-dropping. And we have a property on Maroma Beach. So this is Zoetry Paraíso de la Bonita, only about 15 to 20 minutes from Cancun Airport before Puerto Morelos. AAA 5-diamond, one of two properties within our collection that's been rated 5-diamond by AAA. And this property is, again, it's actually at 100 rooms. This was the original property where all the rooms are located. This is the lobby, the main pool. I love the fact that the rooms are separated from the restaurants and the pool area. So, and again, you know, Zoetry is not, it's a very relaxed atmosphere in a way. But we know when you're on the room side, it's even more relaxed. This is the Thalassotherapy Spa. This is the first resort in North America to have ever received the certification for Thalassotherapy Spa. Thalassotherapy is the practice of only using sea minerals in its spa services, okay? Now, 2 years ago, this building on the left was built, and this is now called the New Impression Club. Remember, I was telling you too about our club level product. So Zoetry now has introduced, this property has introduced Impression Club. There's only 9 suites in this building. And those 9 suites, you have your own lounge, your own restaurant, and your own facilities, your own swimming pool, your own beach area. And if you want to travel as a family group and all of you want to stay at the Impression Club, you have that ability to do that as well, okay? So this is the lobby and it greets you. And in fact, the owner of this resort built this property for his wife, hence the name Paraíso de la Bonita, Paradise of the Beautiful. Beautiful paradise. And this is the picture of the spa. So when you're entering the lobby, it really feels like you're entering, you know, a hacienda, a living room. It's very welcoming, very inviting. The rooms are very traditionally decored. Again, as I mentioned to you, it's not glitzy glam when you're staying at Zoetry. It's very authentic. All the bedding, all the pillows and the shams and the runners, they're all handmade locally. Again, a way for the owner to support the local communities. All of these are handmade. And these are the rooms in the Impression Club. So you can tell the difference in the decor. Now you're looking a little bit more modern, a little bit more updated, but again, there's a lot of authentic flair, a lot of stone and a lot of woods in the decor to keep it warm. This is the restaurant at the property. There are 6 dining options. This is the Kaash restaurant. Kaash is a Mayan word for forest, hence the decor of the restaurant. And there's also 2 bars and lounges at the property. In addition to that, there's also 24-hour dining and 24-hour room service. Now, this is Secrets Maroma, right? AAA 5-diamond, our second property that garnered the 5-diamond rating. Now, Maroma Beach. I mean, and again, pictures don't do it justice. Maroma Beach is ultra spectacular, and it's like amazing, amazing. And this property, just in the 500 room mark, and again, it still falls within our average resort size. The lobby has been completely renovated and redone last year. Again, it gives you that element of modernism and an element of traditional aesthetics. A lot of woodwork in the lobby. It just warms it up. These are all the rooms who have been all renovated as of 2019. That was when the renovations finished. So there's, again, very authentic feel, a lot of reclaimed wood that was used in the decor of the furnishings. And this is just one of the rooms, the Junior Suite Ocean Front. We also have Junior Suite Tropical Views and Junior Suite Ocean Views. This is the ocean front view. At the Secrets Maroma, there are 9 dining options, 6 bars and lounges. In fact, this is the buffet restaurant. Where have you ever seen a buffet restaurant that was so elegantly decored? I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Food stations, there's the pasta station, the sushi station. I mean, you name it. The options are quite amazing. And another photo of Maroma Beach, very spectacular. Now we go over south of Playa del Carmen. Now also still in the Riviera Maya. Now you see where Cozumel sits in relation to Playa del Carmen. This is where the ferry is located, where you take it over to San Miguel, which is the downtown core of Cozumel. And then south of Playa del Carmen, again, we have a number of adult-only and family resorts. And here's just some more tips. And again, same thing with the ruins. And in fact, when you're staying further south, you are closer to the ruins of Chichen Itza, Cuba, and Tulum, okay? The must-dine authentic restaurant in Tulum, in town, there's a restaurant called Arca. Arca is much like Achiote, where is a fusion of Mayan Mexican cuisine with some nouveau techniques, if you will. Amazing, amazing food. Must do authentic activity. Now, there is a town see this highway over here where I'm pointing my cursor. This highway leads you to Chichen Itza, but before you reach Chichen Itza, you will come to a town called Valladolid. And Valladolid is a must. It is a historic town. There's probably 500 years of history at Valladolid, rich with culture. And there are many, many cenotes in the area. Even at Valladolid, or even just minutes from Dreams Tulum, there's the Grand Cenote. There's just lots of opportunities to do authentic activities. And again, these are things that you don't have to spend an excursion for. If you're a confident traveler, as I am, and every time I go to a destination, I can rent a car, it's safe to rent a car. And why I recommend that, and of course, I always purchase insurance. Whenever I rent a car in a foreign destination, I always buy insurance to the max, because I want peace of mind. I don't want to be responsible for anything. You can rent a car and you're working off of your own schedule. You can go to the ruins of Tulum, beat the crowds and get there first thing in the morning before the tour buses start to arrive, and then have your own experience and your own tour of the ruins of Tulum, the archaeological site, which is down here. And then after you leave there, go to Valladolid, and spend a few hours in Valladolid, have lunch at Valladolid, and then it gets a little bit hotter because it's now midday and you're inland, and go to a cenote, right? And then you'll be back in your resort at AMResorts in the Riviera Maya before even sundown, okay? The best beaches in this region is Akumal Bay. We do have a property on the bay itself called Secrets Akumal, and then just south of the bay, we have Sunscape Akumal. But Secrets Akumal is located right at the bay, and that's where the turtles are, and that's really where the big draw is. If somebody says, oh, I want to, you don't have to buy an excursion to swim with the turtles, because Akumal is an excursion in itself. And if you're staying at Secrets Akumal, they'd have snorkeling equipment. If you're an avid snorkeler, bring your own snorkel equipment. You can swim off of the waters off of Secrets Akumal and swim with the turtles. Okay, and also at Dreams Tulum, which is further down south, close to Tulum, that beach I call Virgin Beach. There's absolutely no crowds there. There are no resorts on either side of Dreams Tulum. It's quite amazing, and I'll show you some photos now. So this is Secrets Akumal, right on Akumal Bay, less than 500 rooms. This is a young property. It's about 4 years old, and this is one of the star adult-only resorts in the destination. It's a rated 4 diamond. It's a 5-star property, but rated 4 diamond, but by AAA. They're actually on their way to becoming 5 diamond. AAA has given them, I say, okay, well, you need to put a washroom here because there's an amenity here, a facility here. So the owner of this property is doing some work, and not that they need to, but he wants that 5 diamond rating. So they're going to be doing and adding some facilities to make it 5 diamond. This is the lobby. Again, it greets you with a little bit of modernity, a little bit of traditionalism. It's an open air lobby, very well appointed. These are the rooms. Again, like Secrets Maroma, a lot of reclaimed wood in its furnishing and its in decor. And just like Secrets Maroma, a lot of the textiles that you see here are all handmade. This is the beautiful pool, infinity pool. That's right oceanfront. And then we get to Dreams Tulum. Again, remember I said to you, Virgin Beach, look, there's no resorts on either side. You can walk for miles and be undisturbed. It's unspoiled beach. And again, also you get the swimmability factor is there. You see some patches of clearing. And this property gives you that feel of hacienda, that, authentic hacienda-like atmosphere. It's 4-diamond rated. This is the lobby, right? It's very warm, very inviting. It's not very grand, but it gives you that level of intimacy. And these are the rooms. This is the lead room category, which is the luxe garden view room. And then we can get to the junior suites where you can have some ocean view or ocean fronts, okay? Now, because we're in a family resort, these are the kids' facilities. They have the Explorers Kids Club. They have the indoor facility through there. And then on the outside of the kids' club, within the confines of the kids' club is a beautiful water park. It's a splash zone. And let me tell you, the kids, as soon as you take them to the kids' club, they don't want to leave it. They're there for the day, right? And then the parents can enjoy some, adult time, right? Now, and then, so for AMResorts, just to kind of summarize it, with the multiple brands and the multiple resorts for offering, when you're thinking of family vacations, multi-generational travel, or adult only, we do have the properties that fit your need, your wants and your needs. And of course, in the romance segment, we've got romance covered. Whether you want to plan a destination wedding or a vow renewal because you're celebrating a milestone anniversary, you want to renew your vows. And of course, romance, what is romance wouldn't be romance without honeymoons and anniversary celebrations. And also for getaways, wellness and spa getaways. If you ever thought of a wellness getaway, we're coming off of that pandemic stage where we really want to treat ourselves and pamper ourselves. All of our properties have award-winning spas. And if you're thinking of food and wine, as I am a foodie and a wino. I'm looking at quality for food and beverage experience when I visit the property, and at our luxury brands from Zoetry to Now Resorts, it's perfect for an avid food and wine lover. And when you're thinking of experience, it could be adventure, it could be cultural. Experience travel is something that is in the forefront of what we want now, not just a regular all-inclusive vacation. There's nothing wrong with just a regular all-inclusive vacation. If that's what you need, perfect. But if you want a little bit more of an experience, again, we are present in destinations where that they can deliver those experiences. And that's the end of my presentation. And hopefully I've been able to inspire you, encourage you, have you dream. And if there are any questions, let's see what we have. I'm going to stop share this now. If we want to bring Christine back, or Arif, or Lauren. Let's see if there are any questions. Any questions about destination?
If you have questions, you can just put it in the chat in the bottom of the middle of the screen, or you can unmute yourself. Well, Carlo, I think everyone's really ready to get on that plane and go somewhere warm.
Yes, me included.
Yeah.
Oh, am I unmuted yet, Lauren?
Oh, there you are, Christine.
Okay, there was one question here,
Oh.
and I'm just going to see if I can access it, unless you have access to it there, Lauren.
Actually,
I'm just
yes.
trying to-
Let me share the screen
Can you
again.
access that, Carlo?
I can. Yeah. Let me just go back to it. Yes, there we go.
It's just regarding the concerns about, I think, travel and safety in the region. They're concerned about drug cartels. I mean, I know there have been, obviously, we all know there's been issues in the past, and I think she just wanted to see if you could give her any updates on how the governments are reinforcing security in these regions of Mexico.
Massive. And I mean, unfortunately, the cartel problem is not really exclusive to Mexico. I mean, we do have incidents up here as well, almost on a daily basis. You hear it in the news. But what is the state government doing about it? There's definitely increased presence in the state of Quintana Roo, specifically the touristic areas of Cancun, Riviera Maya. There have been some incidents reported before in the Cancun hotel zone and even in Playa del Carmen, but those are isolated incidents. Certainly the state government doesn't want that to become a big issue. So that's why police presence have increased. Even on the highway, you see some check stops on the highway between Cancun and Playa del Carmen and Tulum. There are check stops there, and walking patrols, walking police right in the core touristic areas of Punta Cancun, right in the heart of the hotel zone, as well as Playa del Carmen.
And I know this comes from one of our guests who's a regular of the Playa Maya Resorts. And so she's a big fan of the area and has just been concerned. But I can tell you that I have been going to Mexico with my young son since he was probably 4 years old. We do a mommy and me trip every year. And I always feel very safe in Mexico. And I have great confidence that the resorts are doing everything they can to keep their guests safe. And I think it's like anywhere you travel in the world, you watch where you're going, you watch what you're doing, and you just have to be careful. It really has been a wonderful experience for me being able to stay at some of your fabulous properties. There's also a great question here about food allergies, celiac, and other issues. Can you talk about some of the food quality there that you can address towards people with these certain issues?
Absolutely. And in fact, AMResorts is a fantastic process in place for clients with allergies and dietary aversions, whether it's peanut allergy, shellfish, gluten-free, celiac, we have a process in place. So what we typically do is when you are going through an Expedia Cruises travel agent and you have identified that you're concerned about this, you don't even have to worry about it, because once your booking is made, your travel agent will contact me or the resort directly, because they have access to our resort contacts. But generally they contact me and we flag your booking in advance. We send your booking information to the resort, and everybody's notified. Right away, it goes in their system. And once it's in their system, when you arrive at the resort after check-in, the only thing you need to do is present yourself to the concierge desk, because they're the team who we notify about your situation in advance. And then when you get to the concierge desk, you just say, "Hi, I'm Mrs. Smith or Mr. Jones, and my son is, we have notified you." And then they'll look in their system. Absolutely. Then they'll go through the process with you and what we do. The concierge team will also give our clients, the client with the allergy, an identifier card. And that identifier card is to be presented at all food and beverage outlets, just to make sure that they are aware. So these are color-coded cards, that they are aware. And not only that, all of our food outlets as well, in case they forget the card or in case they mention it, they forget to mention it, when you arrive at a food outlet, may it be a restaurant or a snack bar or a cafe, they will ask our clients, and this is a standard, whether there are any allergies, right? And when you arrive at a restaurant, it's the hostess desk who will do that. They will see you at your table. When the waiter arrives, they will ask you again. So that's always a standard. So we've got checks and balances in place, not only with the process that works very, very well, but just know that we do cater to allergies and dietary aversions.
And Carlo, do you know if all the staff in the resorts have been vaccinated? I'm not up to speed on the Mexico vaccine rollout, but what about the staff in your resorts?
Now, again, just like here, every destination is different. They do have their essential service, which is the healthcare workers. At this time, they haven't gone into the hospitality industry yet, but that is part of going to be their essential list. The challenge with Mexico, unfortunately, unlike Canada, they don't have the the supply of vaccines. I mean, even when you compare us to the United States, we're like a fraction of what the USA is doing. So when you were looking at other different countries, they're also relying on vaccine availability and how much they've secured. But it is definitely coming. Now, because they haven't been vaccinated, they do have to follow our strict protocols that we have in place for our clients. There's also a protocol in place for our staff.
And I know one of the things they've done is with buffets, right? Nobody's going up and just taking the ladle themselves. Somebody is serving them. Someone is making sure all those safety protocols are in place so people aren't touching the same thing and possibly contaminating them. That's great. Thank you. Quick question here also. I'm going to address, which is the impact of the pandemic on future prices in these resorts. And someone who says she's been to many of the resorts and wants to return, but are concerned about impending prices. I can tell you one thing, I have actually had an opportunity just this past week to price a family for Christmas. And yeah, Christmas time is your typical sticker shock and the prices are a little high. And of course, in Western Canada, where most of our viewers tonight are probably from Western Canada, the island in Vancouver, Kelowna, we are limited because right now Sunwing and Air Transat aren't going to be flying out of the West Coast, at least not right now. That may change. I think as we get closer to the fall, we're going to see some changes in the schedules. But WestJet Vacations and Air Canada Vacations have got some really great schedules there. So if you can go, if you don't have children and you can go, say, in the middle 3 weeks of January, the middle 3 weeks of September, that period between American Thanksgiving in November and Christmas, it's a pretty good time to go and you'll find some decent prices. And again, your Expedia Cruises agent, who's a specialist in air, land, and sea vacations, they have a system here that we use that can allow us to go in and look. And you say, well, I want to go Saturday to Saturday. And we can say, well, actually, if you leave on Sunday, I can save you $300 per person, because our system will allow us to do that and really look at where we can find you the best prices. So please give your agent a call, talk to them about it, and they can certainly find you a great property. Speaking of great properties, someone asked, could you tell me what property in either Cancun or Puerto Vallarta you would recommend for families with children ages 5 to 9, good swimming beach, water park, and a great kids club? And I know, Carlo, you're an expert, but I have a child who I've taken to many of your properties, so I can speak specifically to the Dreams Playa Mujeres. And I was going to mention, I took my mother there for her 92nd birthday, together with my 13, I guess he was at the time, son. And we had a fantastic time. They have the best kids club, but they also have 2 amazing water parks. One water park is right across from the big water park, and it's great for smaller children. And there's lounge chairs for parents to sit around and watch them, and lots of space to stay close to your children and watch them. And then right across the walkway is this other beautiful big water park with amazing slides for both, you know, teens and young adults, and of course for the young at heart, which meant I was on this water slide every day because I love water slides. It's a great beach. There's a dolphinarium on site. It's a beautiful big walking beach. If anyone wants one of those big walking beaches where you can walk for hours, you can walk up in about an hour and a half in each direction, I think, if I recall. I only made it an hour in each direction. And it's a fantastic resort. I also know the Now and the Dreams Playa Mujeres, Villa Magna, that one's my favorite. Dreams Villa Magna are both great. But I would have to say the Playa Mujeres. Nice thing about Playa Mujeres, it's only, what, 25, 30 minutes north of the Cancun airport. Correct. So really convenient. And while I'm talking about that, I just want to tell anyone, if you're thinking about a multi-generational trip, please call your Expedia Cruises agent who invited you tonight for more information. Multi-generational travel is the fastest growing component of travel right now. And when we get out of this COVID situation, I think it's going to be stronger than ever. I think you're going to see parents taking in-laws and family groups. You're going to see grandparents taking their grandchildren and their children. They're going to go away for a week together, and they're going to hug, and they're going to make up for all that time that they have lost together over the past year. So please give your agent a call, and they can tell you how we can put an amazing multi-generational trip together for you at one of these beautiful resorts. Oh, someone's here saying Huatuco has a kids club and separate children's pool. I agree, it's beautiful there. And Janice, I have been there. That's the other Dreams I've been to, down in Huatuco. I don't know if WestJet's going back down there again this year. I haven't looked. The wonderful thing about Huatuco, it has 362 days a year of sunshine. I might have got that number wrong. It might be 363. It is amazing if you haven't been down to Huatuco. And again, the Dreams is beautiful there. And then just down the street, they have an amazing Secrets, which I had an opportunity to visit. Couldn't stay there because I had my son with me, but I do love the Dreams in Huatuco. to go. Any other questions here that I can, oh, accessible rooms. So handicap accessible rooms. Are they shoved to the back of the resort? She says, we seldom get an ocean view with access. Carlos, can you speak to that?
Yeah, and I just wish that we have to remind ourselves that the destinations that we're present in, whether it's Mexico or Dominican Republic or other countries, Jamaica, they don't have the same standards, with inclusivity and accessibility, with the states and the ADA, and certainly we have our Canadian version of that. And unfortunately, hasn't been in the forefront in the destination. And I completely agree with you. It's not that they shove them at the back of the property, but it's very limited. And when they're looking at accessible rooms, they typically have to be closer to facilities. They have to be on the ground floor, and it just naturally makes it be part of a lead room category, because that's something that I get a lot of. I want to have a master suite, or I want to have a preferred club room, but I need an accessible room. And preferred clubs are just tend to be a little bit further away from the lobby because they're closest to the beach. And sometimes it's unfortunate that you can't be everything to everybody, but I do understand your concern. And certainly I've always said, if I was to build a property, I would need to do this and this and this, but at the end of the day, these are property owners that belong to the AMResort collection, and they're thinking more mass clientele as opposed to clients with special needs. It's unfortunate, but I completely get where you're coming from.
Someone else spoke here about that we're recommending a family of 20 with kids and ages. Again, I have to speak to the Playa Harris. I think you would find that an ideal property. The nice thing about it too, the restaurants are big, so they can accommodate big groups. And someone asked if there's going to be promotions available for this fall or early winter. We don't really know yet. Like I said, I'm seeing some prices like for Christmas time that are a bit extreme, but there's always a good deal. And especially like I mentioned, the middle of September is a good time to go, because just as people are putting all the kids back into school, and hopefully the kids will be back in school full time this year, that's going to be a great time to go away for those who maybe are traveling without children, or young children not in school. Someone asked, will we have to stay in government hotels when we return to Canada? We sure hope not. In fact, my fingers are crossed that those government 3-day stays will be over soon. I believe they were put in place just to deter all the British Columbians, the Quebec people, and Ontario people who were heading out on spring break to all places around the world. They did their job. They deterred everyone. It's time to remove them, and let's keep our fingers crossed that they will be gone very soon. Someone mentioned, are these properties, do they allow timeshare pressure? My experience from all your properties is there is a little desk. It's inside, I think, the premium level room. There is someone available to talk to you if you want to go on a presentation, but I've never had the experience where they're banging on my door or any high pressure in your lobby. You can speak a little more if there is any of that going on that you're aware of.
Hey, I mean, it's one of the branches of Apple Leisure Group, which is our parent company. And it's unfortunate that they're there, because as far as I'm concerned, it's the thorn in my rose.
Yeah.
It is present. Timeshare is big business. They're present in many hotels, in many destinations. But with AMResorts, there is no high pressure sales. They are in fact mandated that it's soft selling only. You are not to approach clients, you're not to harass clients, you're not to bother clients on their vacation experience. It's only when they need to come to you. And if they want to ask, that's about it. Yeah.
And lastly, I think I addressed the buffet question, so hopefully that was handled there.
Oh, and also, Christine, and one thing about our buffet restaurants too, in the interim, when we have this pandemic in place, our buffet restaurants are also offering a la carte items. Every day, the menu changes, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, where the guests don't have to go up to the buffet. They can order off of an a la carte menu.
And even pre-COVID, I stayed at the Dreams Villa Magna. I never once saw the buffet. I was in the premium level, so I had a little tiny buffet just outside my room that I could use for breakfast. Lunch I had at the beautiful grill or the Oceana, which also has amazing ceviche right by the pool. And dinner was a la carte dining every night. Again, the beauty of AM Resorts is there is no limit to the a la carte. It's not, you're not limited to 2 or 3 per 7-night stay. You can have a la carte dining every night. So I never saw a buffet because buffets and we don't get along that well. I tend to have much more than I think I'm going to have. So
Right.
Carlo, thank you very much.
Oh,
That
wait,
is
Christine,
fantastic.
I've got the slide up. I don't know if you can see my screen, Manulife.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to mention that right now. We do want to talk to you about travel insurance and travel protection. We know that travel insurance will be the most important component of your travel this year. We want you to talk to your licensed professionals, please, and find out how we can make sure your investment's secure. With all the uncertainty we've gone through in 2020 and 2021, it's really important to talk about travel protection and out-of-country emergency medical insurance, and our licensed professionals, Expedia Cruises, can answer all your questions. On that note, I wanted to mention that with WestJet Vacations and Air Canada Vacations, they have insurance wagers, which are ideal for a package with the all-inclusive vacations with AM Resorts. And in fact, if you book with an agent, one of the greatest benefits is you only have to pay a deposit per room. I think with WestJet, it was only $500 per room, and final payment wasn't due till 25 days before travel. So in that case, I had a client traveling December 28th. They have up until December 3rd to make their final payment. So up until December 3rd, their $500 per room, and they had 4 rooms, so $2,000, is fully refundable back to their credit card. So that gives you lots of reassurance that we're going to know what the world looks like by December 3rd. And we're going to know whether there's still hotel quarantining or even the 2-week quarantine. We hope all that will be gone by December, fingers crossed. So knowing that you can cancel get all your money back 25 days up before travel, it really gives you reassurance that you can book one of these beautiful resorts. Make sure we get you some Manulife out of country medical and a cancellation protection plan, and you can feel confident that your investment is secure. Just a reminder, our offices are all open. We've got them all listed here with their phone number if you haven't already memorized our phone numbers. And we are in the office mostly by appointment. So please give your agent who called you here, who invited you today, a call. Come and see us if you feel comfortable. We can use this tool called Zoom to have a face-to-face meeting if you're not comfortable coming in the office. And we're available. We're booking staycations. We're talking to people about going around BC or within Canada, but we're also booking a lot of travel for later in 2021. November, December, and 22 and 23. In fact, 2022 prices are going up just about on all travel because we've got 2 years of travel we're having to squish into next year because everyone feels confident by next year we will be able to travel and see the world again. So come and see us now and talk to us about your travel so we can make sure we get you the best prices. We also want you to be aware of all the protocols that are out there to protect you for your safety and traveling in the new world. And we want to help you make your trip as memorable and seamless as possible when you're ready. Not everyone's ready to travel, and we get that, but we are ready to dream. So let's at least get together and dream and talk about what you can do in the future. Thank you again, Carlo, for your time tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming. I hope you enjoyed our travel talk. I think these are a great way to dream and dream of our future together and getting out there and seeing. And I thank you, Carlo, for giving us a real view of what our world can look like very soon. We can get back on a nice, hot, sunny beach. Our next travel talk is on Tuesday, April 20th. We are going to be with AMA Waterways. So please join us if you can, so you can find out all about the relaxing pace of river cruising. And just a reminder, we do thank you for supporting your local office. Even though we have the buying power of the big Expedia brand behind us, we are each individually owned and operated by franchise partners that often live right in your community. So you're supporting a local family and business right in your community. And I think that's all really important as we see each of us wanting to shop local, stay local. So thank you again. Thank you, Carlo. Thank you everyone for joining us. Have a great night.